This dude start letting crackheads come pay to smoke crack in the crib. There's 6 people in the man. If y'all don't get out of this crib, dog, get up out of this joint. Moral of the story, they ramsacked my stuff. This person got me for about 20-something thousand in total.
Y'all already know, man. It's going down again, man. It's Fat Nasty Podcast.
That's right.
I'm one half of the Belly Gang Boys.
Let me put my belly on your butt, you heard?
We're in full effect today, man. Before you do anything, go like, subscribe, comment, repost, tell a friend.
Tap that bell, please, man.
Click the
Turn
bell,
your
click the
notifications
bell, man.
on and tap that bell.
We pulled one off today, man. We got one of the biggest in the building, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I like to call him. He almost running social media right now, man. Every time you look around, you're gonna catch him, man. Mm-hmm. I'm glad to have him on my couch, man, to come kick it with us and have some conversation with us, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't even got to introduce him, man.
Yeah, introduce himself, man.
Hey, no, we here, man. Appreciate y'all, brothers. Nehemiah, Neo, live in the building, man. Want to just salute what y'all doing on the podcast.
Man, appreciate it.
And just excited just for y'all growth, and it's up. You know,
yeah,
we here.
We working, man. We working, man. So, like I said, man, it's always a pleasure, man, to have somebody to come bless our podcast, man, with the stuff you're doing, like the movements you got going on.
Yeah.
All day. I saw my brother Jason. Any podcast, my brother Jason and Helani.
Shout out to Jason, man. They turned this up, man.
We gotta go show love.
Man, listen, man, I'm gonna pull up, man, when I get right, man. I'm gonna go take them some champagne and roses, man, because
He definitely show love and
man,
speak highly of all y'all as well. Like he always
that's,
told us, like,
my
y'all my
people,
people.
bro.
Yeah, that's dope. That's
I
dope,
like what
man.
y'all got going on too,
Appreciate
man.
that,
That family thing.
Yeah.
Dope. So, man, we always kick it off, man. We like to have fun, man. So we ask you, man, are you petty, man? You got any pettiness with you?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You get petty a little bit?
I'm more, my petty is like, so my petty is, I don't know if this is petty or not, but it's kind of like you do me wrong, it's like I'm just done with you. Like I don't know if that's petty.
You got good cutoff game. Your cutoff game is
cutoff
good.
game strong.
Oh yeah, nothing.
You do me wrong.
Hey, I'm like that too.
I'm cool, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
what makes your cutoff? What makes you get like that? Like with your cutoff game?
Bro, because it's like people be doing stuff that is just not cool.
Right.
It's like, bro, to the wrong people. I just never understand, like, why you try to cross me? If somebody want to help you, you just trying.
Yeah.
I just never understood that. So that's just one concept. But just when I try to give people game, they just don't listen. I'm like, bro, I ain't giving you no more game, bro.
Yeah.
I've been trying to help you all this time. I'm done. Game over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, and that's
Game
a bridge.
over.
That's
Game
a bridge
over.
you do not want to burn, man.
Bro, facts.
So that's my crazy. You see any petty stuff this week, man?
Petty this week?
Yeah.
What have I seen petty this week?
Nope.
Nah, this week been a slightly petty, non-petty week.
Okay.
I ain't seen too much pettiness.
I mean,
You know,
I
you
seen
start having towards the
there's
end of it.
cracking jokes on the dudes that went down in the little submarine that they can't find.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They been, hey, yo,
that was
that's tough, man.
That's crazy.
But you know the internet don't lose when it comes to stuff like that.
I'm just saying that they like, why? I'm like, I'm be real. I wouldn't have gotten there without her to see no tight titty.
I don't want to see tight
You know what's crazy though? Which I couldn't. My wife brought me abreast of everything, bro. It don't got no windows.
No, it got one little 20-inch joint, but that's it.
So when you get down the joint, I thought it was nothing. At least they got a 20-inch,
Yeah,
but
it's like
What you mean? The thing don't have the submarine
Yeah,
has
the
no
submarine
windows.
said
no
20.
windows,
So imagine you just looking through this joint like
exactly.
And
With all y'all
I
on
was
there.
assuming, well, it's a submarine. They can't get out.
Can't
Meaning
get out.
it's just like, oh, we down here.
And we
cool.
stuck.
And we stuck. Yeah.
Dang, man.
I hope they get out.
I mean, I seen,
They just lost the oxygen. The hours they say it just
7
passed.
o'clock, I think.
Yeah. So I just remember, like, I was telling him, I was watching Disney with my daughter, and Will Smith and them went in they went in like a little bubble, and they went to like the deepest part of the sea, like, you know what I'm saying? But they had like a rope or something.
You think it was real though?
Oh, you seen it too?
No, because my wife, we was watching TV one day, watching something. She don't really believe in a lot of stuff.
Right.
The person was talking to Will Smith from space. I mean, it was crystal clear. She like, babe, that ain't real. Like that Wi-Fi that good up there.
Right. I can believe it. I can believe it. But like I said, when I seen it, because it's like a little thing. Everybody should check it out. It's like a little on Disney where he go like all around the world. He walk on like a volcano.
Yeah.
He go to like the deepest part of the sea because it's like when you get dark down there, like all the fish got colors and it just light up. It was just lighting up. So I don't know how deep they really went, but they had like a
because it's only so far you go deep as a human or whatever. It's certain stuff like that water pressure get crazy. So it's
right,
like,
he said like it's only far you can go in like any crack or something, and it took him like 5 or 6 hours to get down there, so it got to be like 5 or 6 hours to get back. So that's a long ass time.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact.
So
I mean,
I ain't trying to go that deep.
where you going for 5 hours?
Yeah, like
I didn't know the ocean that deep. Though. 5 hours
deep. That's what I'm saying.
wild.
That sound crazy.
First of all, I'm not trying to go that deep. I don't want to see that,
Bro, but I'm really trying to think 5 hours of just going down. Like how
down.
I'm even thinking about even if you could swim that far, how 5 hours, how far I can go.
Right, you go to
But
California.
you in a machine, like how? That's
yeah,
crazy.
I'm cool.
Dog.
That's what I
that's
said.
wild.
Like I said when I watched it, like
That's
you said,
a flight to Cali.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, it couldn't have been. It might not have been real, but it's just like you watching it and like you know what I'm saying.
Who wants to just go see the Titanic? You can't get out and go in it. You can't walk
Yeah,
around
that
it.
don't
You
crazy.
can't touch it.
But you
just
just
wanna
said
see.
they ain't even got no
That's
windows,
just
so
like a
what
picture.
was they going down there
I'm
for? Like
cool.
you can't even see nothing.
I'd have watched that right
Controlled
through
by
somebody.
a-
Yeah,
control.
I watched the Titanic when I was in.
Yeah,
like,
internet
elementary
funny. They was
school.
flaming them by all
Yeah,
types
they
of
was
jokes.
going in. That's
yeah.
why I said I seen that petty stuff. But you
Oh,
know,
the internet gonna get you every time.
Yeah, facts. They undefeated. Internet
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Internet undefeated.
So we gotta ask you this, man. What's your mental state from a 1 to 10? You can't
Yeah.
use 7. How you feeling? Like you know,
About an 8.
hey, elaborate on it.
So, this is the first time in my life this year where I felt stress. Like, I don't really ever get stressed about nothing. Like, I don't get stressed. Like, when people are like, I'm stressed, I'm like, I don't even know. What is stress?
Right.
But this the first year, it's just been a lot. Things with our company, things in personal life, this year is a lot.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming this
23
year.
on the Jordan year.
Yeah,
Overwhelming.
but I know they say, you gotta be willing to take some pressure sometimes.
Right.
So I'm not looking at it as a bad thing. I just gotta outperform the stress. You know what I mean?
right,
Almost
right,
like
right.
if that's a thing.
Right.
But yeah, this is my first year. I could say, dang, this year a whole bunch of stuff just happened.
It just hit you.
Yeah, bunch of stuff. People quitting, growth stuff, just family stuff. It's like somebody just hacked my credit. It's like,
Damn.
Wow.
bro, I had this crazy story. So, I grew up in West Philly, drug infested neighborhood or whatever. So my grandma died about 2 years ago, a year ago.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe longer than that. But moral of the story, my uncle lived with her.
Right.
My uncle was a crackhead.
Right.
His entire life, he's been clean about 15 years, but he's not, somebody slipped him a Mickey.
Right.
So he not like all the way there.
Right.
This dude start letting crackheads come paid to smoke crack in the crib.
Oh, that's his hustle.
I pulled up to the crib one day. It's like 6 people in this room. I'm in Atlanta. I don't go to Philly no more. But when I go, let me pull up, see what's going on.
No.
There's 6 people in the man. If y'all don't get out of this crib, dog,
Right.
get up out of this
Went
joint.
straight back West Philly on the way.
But mind you, my bedroom is still the same room from when I'm younger. So it's paperwork. I lived at the crib. I tell people, don't rush to leave the crib, dog.
Right.
I lived at the crib till I was like 22, 23.
Right.
It is what like I was running the business trying to stack bread.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's crazy that you said I'll tell you a story about that, but that's crazy. But
Yeah. So moral of the story, they ramsacked my stuff. Get a call from Key Bank. I'm like, hey man, you overdue. I'm like, yo, I don't got no credit card debt other than my American Express every month. I'm like, what do you overdue? Yeah, you spent $16,000. 16, huh? This person got me for about 20-something thousand in total. They just been using the card. So they got access to that.
Yo.
Then they got access to the American Express.
wow.
These people so good, they going in there, putting their number on file. They shipping the cars to their house in Philly. Got access to Chase. I'm like,
Damn.
so basically, I'm an identity theft.
Yeah, right now, right.
So it's just like, that's another small thing. Then a tree hit my crib. I mean,
Oh man.
dealing with the insurance company, dog, they get their money on time every month.
I think that. I think that's the biggest ripoff ever.
Bro.
I think insurance is the biggest.
Bro,
ripoff.
it been 3 months. We just got a payout. Guess what? Now when you get the payout, guess what? Now, as soon as you get the payout, you got to send that to the mortgage company. The mortgage company now only breaking you off in pieces of it. I'm like, bro, I got to get the work done. These contractors ain't trying to hear you pieces. So these have been things contributing to the stress. A bunch of these little craps. I'm like, yo.
You know what?
And it build up.
It build up in the U.S. flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, but we always ask people that because, you know, like you're an entrepreneur, man. People think entrepreneurs is...
Life just so great.
Yeah, it's great.
This
You
crap
know
hard, dog. This crap hard.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
year it got harder with just this bunch of little stuff going on.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we always ask people that, like, what's your mental state, man?
That's a good
Just
question.
to give a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because, like, people come on the show, you might not be in a good mood, like you said.
Yeah.
I might be on, like, a 6 or something, and somebody ask me the wrong question.
I wouldn't come on the show though not in a good mood though. For me, like
Right.
I gotta. For me, I everything I do, I try to give it everything I got. So if I was really, I'm like, yo, fellas, like,
Not today.
not today. It ain't a good day for me to do
Right,
this.
right,
Just because I don't want to. I'm representing myself at the end of the day and y'all platform. I want to make sure I deliver how I would deliver.
Respect.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's
That's dope.
respect.
What about
That's
you? What's
right.
your mental state, man?
I'm about an 8 too. I will say 10, but I get a little edgy knowing like, yo, the closer I'm getting, even though I've already had a child, getting closer to this birth still be like, dang, like, yo, I'm really about to have another little girl, you know what I'm saying? And not one, it's never the same, you know what I'm saying? No matter how many kids or what you got, each situation could be different. So it's like excited, but still like on edge, like, dang, what's this transition about to be like this next chapter, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I feel good, man, you know what I'm saying? The progress with the podcast definitely going up weekly. I feel amazing. I can't complain at all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on a 10, man. Just like to know somebody like you to come bless our, bless our podcast.
For
like
sure.
For somebody like me and Cuz, like you walk in, like you made my day when you like, man, look at y'all set, man. Y'all doing
Set amazing, bro.
And it's just,
Proud
it's,
of y'all,
just
fellas.
it's me, him, and my homeboy. Like we the
Y'all
only ones that's
amazing
doing this.
job,
You get
bro.
what I'm saying? So
y'all building a media company, man.
you get what I'm saying?
Word
So
up.
it
That's
always
a
feel
fact,
good
man.
to know that your baby growing. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? They looking at it like hey,
Look
boy, in a
good,
couple weeks
bro.
he gonna be he gonna be playing football a little bit. So it always feel good for that, man. You know what I'm saying? And just to like I said. Now that we got you, we like bridging the gap. You know what I'm saying?
And we gonna get you some
Building
people.
relationships.
Building relationships.
Yeah.
Building
You know what I'm saying?
relationships is what it's about.
Power relationship,
And been
bro.
watching y'all for so long, so it's like to see from afar to actually have you in the presence is major, it's big. Because it's like
here,
key
bro.
to the things y'all used to always say is just to be in the room.
That's bro.
So it's like now it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? That's major, you know what I'm saying?
People want to know the secret, bro. I keep telling people the secret is get in a room and stay in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in my life has changed as a result of being in a room and connecting with a person.
Mm-hmm.
Because this person could connect you with somebody else or just give you some game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A gym.
Yeah.
And it's over
You
with.
could take it, and
If
that's
you
more
apply,
value than
and then
anything.
just like we was just talking about, let's say like we were just talking with your producer, like, yo, this is what we using on a podcast, right? It's saving us 2 hours of editing, right? That's not a crazy gym, but when you start editing 4 or 5 podcasts a week at 2 hours each, now you saving 8 hours over a year, you saving hundreds of hours. So it's just like, I'm always listening, always trying to learn. Like, I'll learn from y'all. Hey, what y'all doing on the pod? That's working. So we could apply it. So I take gyms, bro, and just, I get excited when I hear some new information, bro.
So that's what it's about.
So I wanted to ask you, you said you from West. How you then become like a product of your environment? Like how, you know what I'm saying? How you?
That's a good question, bro. So for me, bro, like one of the things my guy Blake said, and he said this, and I've been living my life like this for a long time, but exposure equals expansion. So one of my favorite quotes is by Oliver Wendell Holmes, which once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to its original way of thinking. So what that means, once you see something different, it registers that it can happen. So for me, I went to an all-white school. I went to a school where it's 50 African Americans out of 1,000. It was a city called Radnor, PA, 45 minutes from Philly. Had to catch the train there. These kids, 16, had brand new cars. I mean, we had a lacrosse field. We had a soccer field. It was just different. I used to spend the night at my homies' cribs. They own hospitals, law firms. I would walk out of one of my homies, John's crib. Leave out of his house. He had the whole 3rd floor. It was like his bedroom. I'm like, it's crazy. Walk out of the back of his crib. We had Beth crib, movie theater. I didn't know people had movie theaters.
Yeah,
My other homie, bro, Frank, He had cribs set on like 3-4 acres. We ride dirt bikes in West Philly. We running from the law.
Yeah.
We riding his 4-wheelers on his property.
Yeah.
Freaking horses.
Right.
So earlier on, that registered to me to like, oh, it's actually another way.
Right.
And the second thing that changed everything for me, after I got fired from 9 jobs, my 10th job was the private airport, Atlantic Aviation, where every single day millionaires and billionaires will fly on private jets. I didn't know, like if y'all see now, y'all see private jets as a thing now. Like people frequent them on, you see the gram.
Right.
But I worked at that job 15 years ago, bro, and I was seeing billionaires and millionaires get off of these planes, no security, no TSA, like giving us $100 tip, $1,000. I didn't know this world existed, so I believed earlier on, like, oh, I would do that too. So I would say everything changed for me because I saw it. So one of the things I be telling family people, like, yo, you gotta download some stuff on your kids as soon as possible. Take them out the country, freaking show them a kid who's an entrepreneur making money. Like as quick as you can, expose them to something, bro. Because once
open
they
their eyes, especially at that young age, like
change everything, bro. That changed everything. And we don't know, most African American families, they on limited income.
Right.
You could go to these schools for next to nothing because they need diversity. You go to a school that's 34. My sisters went to a school that was 30 racks each a year. My mom was paying $3,000 a month, bro. Why? Because she was low income. And they need the black. There was only 4 black kids in the whole school. They need them anyhow.
Right.
Bro,
but you know what we ain't, like I was gonna tell you the story. Like so, I went to junior college, and it's like Erie Buffalo. Yeah. So I went to school with white boys. We played football together. So we chilling, right? One of my homeboys like, yeah, man, we graduated from junior college. You know, that's 2 years. He's like, yeah, man, I'm about to get married. I'm like, you about to get married already? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, me and my wife, we're gonna stay in Powell's Bay. I mean, we're gonna live in the house. Now this house, this is Orchard Park. House beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't the regular basement, but you still like, okay, how many wives would really be like, you know, I'm gonna go move in my basement with my mother and my father-in-law's basement. He was like, yeah, man, my dad told me, man, just stay down here for like 3 to 5 years, man. When we come out here, man, we should be good. So I happened to like to fast forward, like go to a football game. I see him like, man, D, what's going on? Man, I'm good, man. He's like, remember I was telling you, man, I got married? Like, yeah, man, I got a couple kids now, man. He's like, man, I came out of the basement, man. We was about 3.5 million up. I said, crazy. I said, that's crazy. I said, but how many people be really to make that sacrifice?
Most people won't, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Sacrifice is everything, bro. It sounds similar to my man Doug. He do real estate, taught me real estate. Dude slept in the basement in a garage for 2 years, no heat, no air, while he stacked up his bread, bought properties. So it's like, what?
He had a vision, man.
A vision. Somebody said one day, and I love this quote, I think my homegirl Raven, what are you willing to give up in order to go up? You willing to sacrifice right now so you don't got to do it later? Like,
Too many people be thinking of living in the now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what get people confused. Like, oh, I want to be able to do this, but you got to program your mind. Like, all right, I can't do it right now, but where I'm going to be and where I'm headed, I'm going to be able to do whatever I want. But you got to be willing to take that step to go ugly. Don't be able to get nothing new. Don't buy yourself this. Just grind it out.
Bread,
stay off the scene, stay out the way. And next time they see you, it's
up.
like, and you don't got to worry about going back.
You know how many people are like, yo, I used to see you grind. I never stopped. Like, I wasn't letting my foot off the gas. Bro, I remember when you was looking bummy, I still be looking like that. So I don't care about none of that, dog. Like, I wasn't trying to look fly. Y'all was the flyest. Y'all was out, man. I was staying low. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I was gonna ask you, like, what was your first big adventure that you you did?
First big adventure, or what you mean when you say that?
Like what was the first thing that what was the first thing that you wanted to do that you was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna run with it?
Not a purchase, right?
Right.
Like, first thing that I said I'm gonna run with. I want to say my first big one was my fruit truck starting. Like, when I got fired from the 10th job, just starting the business. I think for most people, the hardest thing to do is to start.
Right.
Like that, I don't think it's to continue. I don't think it's to finish. For me, finishing is in my skill set. I'm a starter, right? But most people's problem is not starting. Podcasts, I don't got all the equipment. You know, you could just start with your cell phone. And at the time, I know Gary Vee was promoting something called Anchor. You just, it go to all the platforms. You don't gotta have a Fat Nasty setup, right? Like start. Like, what's the start of my business? Oh, you gotta get an LLC. You gotta get a trademark. You gotta get this. You got start. Add all of those things as time progress.
Right.
So I would say my first big adventure is that one because it led to every other one. If I didn't start, I wouldn't. Then I went to moving company. I went to junk removal. I started so many things. One thing I say though, I started a lot of things, but I started a lot of the wrong things.
Right.
And I share that with y'all to say because I never even really talked about it. Like I was in a meeting with another gentleman who started when I started, but his business make $100 million a year.
Damn.
But earlier on, and there's nothing wrong with the hard businesses, junk removal, moving, none of those things. But I wish I would have started digital. Imagine Rogan started the podcast 15 years ago. You know, what if y'all knew about, we were podcasting 15 years ago.
Yeah, it would be crazy, right?
Y'all be the pioneers.
Right.
Like Earn Your Leisure's the pioneers now, and they started 3-4 years ago. Right. Imagine 15 years ago. So again, what I say all that to say, when I started the wrong thing. But the same gentleman, he started on the digital side, and he's going crazy because he had access to the right information.
Wow.
So I did start. I'm grateful for where I am, but sometimes I look back and I'm like, man, I wish I had access to the better information.
That's crazy. So I just seen something like that on I was looking at the internet the other day, and they were just talking about, like, people were always talking about they want to own something.
Yeah.
But, like, owning, just because you own it don't mean you got, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's just like he said, nothing. Right. He was basically saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, what's the name on Steve Jobs? Jay-Z was saying Steve Jobs on like 1% of Apple, but everybody.
I take 1% of Apple.
Right.
I take 0.0000001.
You get what I'm saying? So like, you know, people like, that's why I say, like, everybody's stuff is different. You get what I'm saying? So when people be like, oh man, I want to be like me. Nah, you can't do that because you can't go through the grind that he went through. Like you said, your fruit truck jumped you off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So people be like, nah, man, no, it didn't happen. It just looked good. It looked like you did all the time.
15 years, bro, that nobody don't see none of that. They don't see the not making no money for a lot of them years. Like they just see now, no, I've been at it for 15 years and I'm still behind. That's the crazy. It was like, I'm still not where, and that's just the mentality I keep because a lot of people look at you like you made it.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, and I be like, bro, what made what?
I'm still going.
No, I'm just starting.
Right.
And I think that's the mindset that we gotta keep to keep you hungry, to keep you nasty. Like yo, you gotta go. I'm trying to go get it, dog. I'm just skimming the surface right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So what about relationship versus information? Which one would you rather have?
Ooh, powerful, man. God, that's a tough one. Relationship versus information. I'm probably gonna go with relationship because once you get the relationship, they're gonna give you the information. So I'm gonna go relationship because the right relationships, they gonna give you. You can't hang around Hove or Jobs and not just be getting mad info about bettering your life, bettering your situation. Now it's up to you to apply it. But yeah, I'm gonna go relationships. And relationships take you far.
Yeah, relationships take you very far.
You can hit somebody's phone, they can help you do the XYZ. You know what I mean? It's changed the game for you.
Right. Now I only ask you that because I know you said once you get in those rooms and that's when you build up relationships.
I spent $400,000 on personal development last year, bro. Like I'm a junkie. I'm addicted. But what people don't understand, the more you learn, the more you earn.
Yeah.
Like
say that again.
The more you learn, you get to remove the L. Earn. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm constantly trying to get. I'm downloading as much info as I can, bro, from everybody. I started asking about the podcast. I want to know what y'all know about podcasting that I don't know. Y'all know some stuff I don't know. What are we not doing? I'm calling people today, literally. I'm calling people that I just messaged one of my homies who I haven't talked to in years. Like, bro, I need a consultation today on how we need to be doing better on social media. Like I do social media, but You do it better than me. What do we need to be using? What AI tools that we need to be doing to cut our team's workload? Like I'm trying to get better.
So how you feel about mentors? Like you feel like that's necessary for everyone?
Bro, it's like a lot of times when we talk about mentors, and I tell you, go get you one, find you a coach, they think I'm telling you this to give me money. I'm like, bro, I ain't telling you this to give me money. I'm telling you this because it changed everything for me. First 7 years had no mentor. The last 7, I made more money I've ever made. I made more money last year than I made all 7 years combined. Way more than that, just because I didn't have no information. So when I got the mentors and the coaches, it's crazy. What's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Football. How many coaches did the NBA team got, bro, on that bench? I looked the other day, it's like 6 to 8 coaches.
You don't even know some of them.
On the bench, bro, for how many players they got? 11 to 15 players?
Right.
You got a head coach, assistant coach, a defensive coach, offensive coach, a shooting coach. Football,
football got too many.
Bro, you got defensive.
You got defensive line, offensive line, wide receiver, DB, linebacker, strength and conditioning,
coaches, right?
Head coach, all these coaches.
So why we think we don't need one? That's why would we think we don't? The top of the top, the LeBrons, they all. What's in common? Who all had Phil Jackson? Jordan, Kobe,
all the greats.
Yeah.
Why would you think? That's a crazy. Actually, y'all just gave me a new joint to add to my situation. I'm like, wait. I talked about the coach thing, but all the top players in the world got coaches. Every one of them, even the business people. A lot of them got coaches. Like Magic got somebody that Magic goes to.
Right.
I don't know who it is, but he got somebody.
He definitely do. Shaq, all of them.
Shaq, Jay-Z.
So like, I think you know what scare people with the mentorship is because I think it'd be the money.
Yeah.
People hear the
some
money.
Some people be scamming.
Yeah, because some people would like, oh man, somebody want $25,000 from me. I don't have that. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could work your way and just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, sometimes the money pushes people away and it scares them.
100%. I tell people this, like, because working with me not cheap. I tell them, I'm like, I'm letting you know it's not cheap. But if I go help you make $1 million, you think you gonna give me $1,000 for that?
No.
If I go help you make $250,000, you think you gonna give me $1,000 for that? No, it don't
work
make
like that.
So
it don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
And here's the thing I tell people all the time, bro. Go on YouTube. It's free. You don't gotta pay no coach. You go dissect it. Here's a sleeper that no one goes on, bro. I'm like, bro, the biggest app on our phone that people are sleeping on, right? I was reading the text. Is the podcast app. You literally go on here, you hit the purple button, podcast, type in Fat Nasty, go watch 170 episodes where currently, right? Earn Your Leisure, Marketing School, Social Proof, my podcast. Like, you got $1 billion of free game at your fingertips.
Right.
Now, if you want the coach, somebody to guide you, like I look at the podcast as the travel agent. I look at the coaches as your tour guide. I'm getting in there with you like, here's exactly what you need to be doing. But I would say everybody need to start with where you are. You may don't need a $25,000 coach. You might need a $25 book. You might need free. How much money I made off of free stuff? I made so much money off of some people's free stuff. I just went and bought their stuff. I just wanted to help you out. Like, I just want to sew back on the game I got from you for free.
So tell everybody about your podcast if they don't know about it. What's the name of it?
I got a podcast called Circle of Greatness where we specifically interview entrepreneurs and different people on helping you level up. So we got E.T. on there, Wall Street Trapper, and what I try to do is you come on my podcast and I treat it like a master class. I want you to come on there and give people straight game. You do stocks, show them how to go buy stocks. You do options, show them how to do options. You do taxes, how you do tax. Like, give us every piece of game you got. You build agencies, how do I build an agency? So that's what we try to do. Like, I want people to come on our stuff and just go
Circle
crazy and just
of
give you
greatness.
free game where you don't. You don't need no money to. You don't got to give us no money. Just go tap in. So I want to be responsible for people like, yo, you gave me a lot of game to help me make some money.
Right.
Feel like when you help somebody, they remember that.
Those some like Wall Street, Travis Charles, we need him to come sit on the couch.
Yeah, I got you.
Those some important people that's just around right now. That's
He that guy.
Yeah, they got stories, man.
Yeah.
They got stories behind. Like, it ain't just no woke up and this just is what's happening. Like, it's stuff behind what got this, and they giving the game. But a lot of people, what happens too, with people, like, you could give this, because I've been a victim of it too. Like, they'll have the courses and things, and you'll purchase them, like, because in my mind, I want to do it, but get it, and it'll collect dust. So it's like, dang, I ain't even die or start it and don't really finish it.
And then you know what they do when they do that, bro? They say you a scam.
Yeah.
You a scam because, you know how many people bought my stuff, never used it, and it's my fault? How is that my fault? You bought it. Right. You have it in your email. You never used it. I went and paid this guy $50,000 for his program, and another guy $150,000. This like one a year ago, 2 years ago. I didn't get anything out of the 50. I went to one event, which I learned some stuff, but I never went on none of the calls. Is that his fault or my fault?
Your fault.
Exactly. I gave another guy $150. I didn't get much out of it, but I wasn't involved. I ain't gonna go online trying to blame them. Oh, how's the value? The value's there. It's just that I didn't tap into the value.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
And that's what most people do. You scamming or this because you didn't take action on the thing that you bought.
Yeah, and
that's
it's all
your
really
fault.
right there. All the information.
You know what the really
right
thing
there.
you just said? That's what you just did. You took accountability.
That's it, bro.
A lot of people don't know how to do
My man Trap says something so powerful. He talks about this concept of it's my fault. When you analyze that everything that's going on is your fault, my credit was bad, meaning it was my fault. I ain't blaming my mom. You know, I say black people, you know when we learn about credit after we already messed it up.
All right. Or after you had a couple cable bills in your name or a
yeah.
I grew
So
up like
that,
I said,
that part ain't your fault,
That
man.
ain't your fault.
When we get older and we
right.
messed it up purposely, it's all fault. So what I try to do now is everything that's going on in my life, I don't put it on nobody. Some of my relationships ain't great as they could be, it's my fault. Stuff ain't working, somebody quitting because of me, it's my fault. I ain't even blaming that person. What do I need to do to make that better? So I'm focusing on becoming better accountable to just myself and just other people.
Right. Yeah. That's hard.
I don't want to I ain't blaming nobody. Like, you ain't making the money you want to make, it's your fault. You ain't doing how do I change that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. That's hard, man.
Yeah, that's that accountability. That's one of my favorite words, man. Self-awareness and that accountability, because like you said, when it's your fault, now having to point a finger at somebody, that's taking too much energy, because you blame it, that's too much thought, and like, dang, causes energy to be over you, or be like, dang, why you did me like this, or if you felt like it was a scam, was like, nah, what did I do? Did I do my due diligence and diving in to read and take time to learn this information? Because it literally be there. Like, I got courses and just didn't dive in.
Right.
Like, but I never felt like it was a scam. It was just like, dang, I held myself like I bought it and didn't dive in, because it's there. The information is definitely there. You know what I'm saying?
I seen something y'all did that was dope the other day, man. You had Jason and all y'all. I mean, I did the fatherhood thing, man. Shout out to fathers. The fathers that just passed.
That joint was hard too.
Yeah, so the story that y'all had that was dope. Like, you know, people wouldn't know that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so how did you come up with that segment, man?
Bro, first I want to say this. I actually appreciate this episode I'm doing right now, because normally I'm gonna be I'll keep it a buck with y'all. I don't like doing no podcast where I ain't really talking about no business.
Right.
Getting shaky. Like I just be what's the funnel? Like, what's email marketing?
Right.
That's normally my thing. I want to go on there, blitz you, just with game.
Right.
And I realized that as I did that podcast with with Circle CEOs, I did the podcast with my wife. I'm like, yo, that's the highest viewed stuff on my channel right now.
Right.
Because people hear that from me all the time. Now they want to hear about you.
Yeah.
So being on here is like, damn, it's kind of cool, because I never talked about my uncle a crackhead.
Right. I did from West Philly.
Yeah. So I don't know how it's hard to get all of them together, so it's hard to get. So if I ever was to get them all on here, it's hard to get everybody in one room.
Right.
One room.
Unless y'all doing the what's the name? Unless y'all doing the like when y'all do the big fests and stuff
fests and stuff like that. We used to meet every week for a mastermind, but that was one way. But I say all that to say, people want to hear this. We didn't even talk about no business. We talked about sports, fatherhood, Alex reuniting with his father, how none of us but J.O. had their biological fathers in their life. And I think people want real wholesome conversation right now.
Because y'all human, they want to feel like, yo, okay, yeah, they got that, and feel like it's if they can't reach you to your success level or the money, they still reach you as a person. Like, dang, we going through some of them
goofy.
And to see it now, like, dang, they did it with the same circumstance we having. It's possible.
Yeah,
like
I'm talking about identity theft, like stuff that people go through. And I normally wouldn't tell nobody I went through. I'm a guy where I'm at. If something going on, you will never know. That just been me, how I carried it
forever.
Bro, I wasn't making no money all them years in my business, first 3-4 years. You won't know it. I'm hit. No money for years. Because I want somebody to understand who's on here watching. Like, don't get it wrong. If your money ain't, if you ain't making that bread in year 1, year 2, year 3, or join the club. Most people not making no money in year 1, year 2, year 3. I don't want somebody to get on here and get it twisted. They see these people online. Nothing is what it seems. Just because you see how it look, Neo struggle with certain aspects of life. Y'all struggle with certain aspects of life. I'm working on becoming a better man, period. You know what I mean? So I don't want nobody to get it twisted. They see these people. A lot of that crap is smoke and mirrors, dog. A lot of it is like, no, people got real stuff going on. Identity theft. Like,
and that's going
people
on heavy.
Firing. Like, I'm like, yo, that's stuff that everyday people go through. And I'm an everyday person. People just think like, oh, you so, no.
See him. You just
I'm regular.
You just had B. Simone. You just had Wall Street Trapper. You just had everybody. That's
regular life.
And that's what we try to do with this podcast, man. And I appreciate that. Why I said, man, today's just a good day, man, because like we try to make it seem like when you come on Fat Nasty Podcast, we try to make it like not like everybody podcast where like that's what Jason like when they came on here. He was like, man. He's like, man, that jump was just so dope, man, because every podcast I go to, man, everybody want to know how we did this, how we did that. And it ain't gonna happen like that for everybody, man. Like me and my cousin was talking. They got this thing where they said you can make $1 million in 90 days. I like a lot of times that it won't be for a lot of people. A lot of people won't be able to.
It won't be for most people.
You get what I'm saying? A few people might catch it, and a few people won't never get it. You get what I'm saying? So
they're not gonna think I'm drinking syrup, right?
No.
So y'all see what? Just so y'all know what I want to use the branding of the Fat Nasty. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pouring lemonade in my cup, man. I just want because they'll go online.
Double cup.
Neo was double cup on Fat Nasty.
Yeah, my man was sipping syrup or something.
Lemonade.
I'm the same guy, y'all. I don't smoke. They hit me with the list like, what you want to drink? What you? Y'all, I'm playing. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Give me some water and some fruit.
We got some fruit back there. We got a whole fruit tray back there. Yeah, that's dope. So how was that, man? Just learning about your homeboys, like they father figures and all that, man.
It was dope because that was the first time I heard Alex thing because it just happened.
Right. Congrats. That's dope, too.
Yeah, so just to hear that he reunited with his father after 40 years was powerful.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy, bro. I'm kind of numb to it because it's normal for us not to have our fathers in the African American. Y'all got y'all that? Yeah, would y'all grow up?
I had the cheat code. Me and my dad,
that's powerful.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
You had yours too?
Nah.
I tell him to this day, me and my father have never had a physical argument. That's how much respect I have. He can call me right now and be like, he could be going off on me, and I'll be like, "You right, Pop."
Yep.
Like that's So
you never had your dad or what?
Nah, like he was around. He was around, but he was a victim of like he was in the '80s. You know how the drug got the best of him.
Where he at now?
He passed. He's deceased.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So.
But I'm saying, I really want to do a poll. Like, let us know even in the comments. Like, do you got your dad right now? Like, did you grow up with your dad?
Yeah.
I don't really know the real stats, but I know a lot of the conversations I had, bro. Yeah. Most people don't have their father in their life like that.
Fact,
and it might be 5 out of 10. I don't think it's a 8, 9.
It's an 8, 9. It's definitely
for
about
black people.
8. Yeah, for black people about 8, 9. It's changing now. And it's big because a lot, it's more. My biggest thing, what I say, what caused a lot of it was the communication and out of sight. I'm like, these phones helped a lot. Like being able to FaceTime and see your kid will change your whole perspective. To see identity, like, damn, this is my seed, whatever you got going on. To look at yours will change. Like, let me go home. You know what I'm saying? So back then, without these phones, it's just a phone call or a page, or if you don't got none of that, it's hard to really get in touch to talk. It's like you doing what you do. They lose sight of it. So it's like, it definitely, I feel like was a 8 out of 10 in the black community didn't have their fathers, but now it's definitely changing. People are starting to understand more how much of a father is necessary and needed. You still got some
Bro,
that
I think
don't,
it's a cheat code, man.
Yeah, it's definitely
I
a cheat code.
I tell everybody I had the cheat code. I had it because me and my dad, like, we tight. Cool.
Powerful,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
like,
definitely a cheat code.
Looked out for.
That's why
and
I'm
my
so
dad
hard.
a dope dude. Like he raised my little brother and sister once they father passed away and all that. So, oh man, I commend him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my boy. You know what I'm saying?
The absence brought about my presence though. Like him not being around made me like, yo, I'm not. It's no way I can't be there because I know what it did for me. Not like saying it just tore me down, but just knowing not having that figure there. It's like knowing if I did, it's like, yo, oh, that would have been different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me with my kids. Like I wasn't there. I could never leave them or not be around. It's like that's my objective. That's my priority to make sure I'm there.
Powerful,
you know what I'm saying?
What about you? Like,
I mean, bro, my dad been in jail since I was 2 for murder. He died there probably 6, 7 years ago. I went to jail probably 10 times. I only probably remember once or twice. I had a stepdad growing up. Stepdad was like, it was garbage, bro. He didn't really help me do anything. He wasn't of value to me. I remember one time, bro, he showed me his check. He made like $750 in a week. Like, bro, like almost like, yeah, bro, you'll never make like like you'll never do this. Like it wasn't those exact words, but it was something along those lines.
You remember
that I'm that guy, and it'll be hard for you to get to this point. I'm like, yeah, all right, bro. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm like, bro, you okay? So it's like, it's like,
wow. So like, with your dad being in jail, y'all really never.
No, we never had no relationship. But my mom, bro, and it's like, I know a lot of people that are like, they harbor ill feelings, like stressed over that. Like it really take mental space. That takes zero mental space to not having a father. Zero in my mind. Because my mom and grandma took such good care of me that it was like it didn't even matter. But when I go back, I'm like, I do wish I did have a father growing up. I do wish that.
That's about where I'm at with that too. Because she did an amazing job with my brother.
I was about to say, I was gonna commend you on that too, man. You did some dope stuff with your mom and your that was hard.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Because I ain't gonna lie. You know how how they say about Mother's Day. Mother's Day the biggest day in the world, man. The mothers get everything. You know what I'm saying? So Father's Day, man. Like I said,
they be doing Father's Day wrong.
Oh man,
they be doing Father's Day
poll.
dirty.
I see somebody cracking just on Father's Day. They was like, Father's Day.
Wait, didn't it just pass?
Yeah.
See? I don't even remember.
They said it was the 18th holiday.
Yeah, something. I don't even know.
It was like 20 or something. Somebody was like, damn, it's 20 holidays in front of Father's Day. But,
crazy, bro.
But like you said, there's just so many fathers that just
not here.
Not around.
The mothers hold it down, dog. They gonna do whatever you need, bro. I see mothers like somebody was on a run. Man, who's the buddy? Somebody was on a run recently. Mom was trying to help him get out of there. Like, even when you wrong, they...
you right in their eyes.
Even when you wrong, they like, we get you up out of this situation.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Put their crib up. They do whatever.
Right. Yeah. So how did you get into like the event space and how you started doing that?
Yeah, so I got in the event space world. So I had... So back in Philly, I was on my... I had a brand called Peace in Philly. It was the murder capital of the world at the time. Philly had the most murders in the United States. Even just last year, as of 2022, we're at least, I don't know the number, but we're top 5 most murders in cities through United States.
Right.
So the shirts was going off, Peace in Philly, everybody wearing them, and I'm riding around, driving to people's cribs, doing whatever to sell them.
Right.
Somebody said, bro, you want to come set up at my event and sell shirts? I'm like, sure, I'll try it. Went to his event, made like 1,000. I'm like, wait, hold on, I made 1,000 at one location, not driving around, not shipping. Sign me up for every one of these vending events.
Right.
So I started doing a vending event after a vending event after a vending event. Somebody said, yo, you should have your own event. Went and had my own event, and I probably did about a dozen events. Like, I started building a brand for myself. I never really made no money doing it because the people who make the money in the game is normally the owner of the venue. So one day we got a nonprofit, Nehemiah Davis Foundation. We've been doing charity for the last a long time.
Right.
So every year we take hundreds of kids skiing, fully paid for. We used to do something on Easter. August, we give 1,000 kids book bags, fully stuffed. Like, it's the works, right? We really, we show a lot of love. Moon bounces, clowns, characters, it's the works. November, busing hundreds of homeless people, provide them with warm meals, haircuts, coats. December comes, that's our biggest event. We give 1,000 kids toys, 100 kids bikes. It's expensive. We need to have a fundraiser in order to do it. But the venue that we had couldn't use the venue that we had because they already wanted $1,500 to use it, $2,500, $2,000 bar minimum. By the time whatever we raise, guess who gets it? They get it.
They get it, right.
So I found a smaller venue in West Philly. Guys let us use it for $100. Ended up raising thousands of dollars, hundreds of toys. Had a huge success. Next week I start getting all these calls like, bro, I'm trying to book your venue. Like, it ain't my venue. I got so many calls. Then I finally said, hold on. Hey, Carl, I got somebody interested in booking your venue. What should I tell him? He said, have him call me, send him down to open house. I did that for the next year straight. I sent my guy dozens and dozens and dozens of bookings. And again, when successful people tell me, Neil, you should look into doing this, I just always do it. That's been my thing. That's why I had so many businesses, because every time somebody said try it, I'm like, all right. My accountant at the time, like, yo, you do cleaning, right? Yep. No cleaning. Got my first cleaning contract. But fast forward, more of the story is somebody said, yo, you should try it. I worked his event for a year straight, his event space, learned everything there was to learn about event spaces. Kept getting burnt from a rental property I had, so I compared the two, like, yo, should I get an event space game or the rental game? Rental property, I got a hope and wish and pray I get paid, right? Because it wasn't a Section 8 tenant, I didn't know nothing about that. And my last tenant burnt me. She was in there for 3-4 months without pay. So I make $750 a month. Event space, at the time, if I charge $500 per event and do 10 a month, I make $5,000 a month. Rental property, okay. If the lady don't pay, she's going to stay for 3 to 4 months. Event space, if the client don't give me my money 2 weeks prior, they don't even walk in the door. All right, cool. Rental property, can I squeeze more people in this one single family home? No. Event space, how can I make more money? Have more events. So what decision would y'all have made? I start out and I got in the game, bro, and I haven't looked back. So now we 3 spaces up, 2 in Philly, 1 here. And it's just the idea that it's the same amount of bills that your house got. So the bills are electric, gas, water, Wi-Fi, insurance, and supplies. Insurance is $1 million coverage. You get that under $100. That scared people. And I'm telling you, we're charging people $1,000 per event. Minimum. You do 3 of them in the weekend, that's $12,000 a month. You do 5 of them in the weekend, it's $20,000 a month. You charge $5,000 an event. You do 1 of them in the weekend, it's still $20 a month. You do 3 of them in the weekend, it's $60 a month. So the game is like, when I got a hold of this, I got addicted that you can make this money without really exchanging time. It changed everything for me, and that's when I just start teaching hundreds of people how to do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I seen you on the Wallow and Gilly show.
Yep.
That was hard. How was that?
That was good. Wallow, that's my guy, man.
Shout out to Wallow. He just had a birthday too. Happy birthday, Wallow.
I FaceTimed him yesterday, man. One of his hardest things he told me, I'll never forget, is all about perspective. He said, I wasn't in prison, I was in Princeton. I wasn't in Yale. I wasn't in prison, I was in Princeton. I wasn't in jail, I was in Yale. So all them years of being in that joint, this is how he was believing. Like, he switched it and came out. He one of the biggest out in the world, bro.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Crazy.
And deserve it all.
Both of them boys, man. Shout out to
Him
them
and
boys,
Gilly,
man. They
amazing
man. They
dudes,
dope,
bro.
man, for real. Yeah. And they took that thing to a whole nother.
And iron sharpens iron. I watched Gilly say, bro, you bring the best out of me, man. That's the power. Like, I'm sure y'all do the same for each other. There's power in working with people and just
we cousins.
Going hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we
they
do
cousins.
Come on. We like, man, we be together every day.
That's
we don't talk to each other every day. Be like, man, what's up, man? You all right?
Yeah,
man, I'm good. I just gotta make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, shout out to them guys, man. Like they said, they one of
Yeah.
One of the staples of the podcast too.
They
go
ate
stupid,
one, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
So man, look, man, I got an icebreaker question to ask you.
Icebreaker.
Who in the group, man, got the Android that messed up the group chat?
Nobody.
Man? Nobody.
Nobody.
Damn, shout out
to the
Or you wouldn't be in the group.
No green bubble.
Green bubble. Man, we was gonna get them, man.
I hate green bubbles.
Yeah.
It was the whole group chat, don't it?
What I do is, let's take this group chat to Instagram now.
They got a green bubble?
No, they don't. I'm saying that's why I'll take it to Instagram because it don't got the green. It's just regular now.
Right, and it flows.
It
when
flows.
you get that iPhone, somebody got that Android.
Yeah, bro.
It messes up
You
a
gotta
whole
send a
group
message.
chat.
If you emphasize something, it's tell you, they emphasize like, yo, come on, man.
If anybody was to have an Android, it'd be him 500 though.
Him 500.
I'm just trolling him right now. I like him.
Hey, I seen that.
We always
so
messing
what
with
y'all got
each
going
other.
on, man, with the waves,
We just always messing with each other.
That's
man.
dope, bro,
He
man.
making
That's
fun
dope,
of me.
man. That's dope. I see my boy.
I think we saw Gilly and Wallow do it sometimes. We're like, yo, we just start making fun of each other.
Yeah.
We already do it, but now we like put it online.
Yeah, I see y'all doing it with the waves. Who had the better waves?
Yeah. Of course he do. I just cut. This is my first time I cut my hair in like 10 years, bro. This is
that's my. You walked, I was like, he don't got the little.
Yeah,
hawk.
my signature, bro. So
got rid of it.
This the first appearance with this. So,
that's dope. That's dope. Money versus time, man.
Money versus time. Depends how much money you talking about. But I'm gonna go probably time. Yeah. But it's still relative on how much money you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
no, I always ask that because they always say like the time you can never get back.
Oh yeah, you can get it back, 100%, dog. That's why I love the time. It's like that's why I be really trying to max out every one of my days. My mom just almost passed away, right?
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Like she was crazy sick. We still don't even know what happened. She just came back. Thank God, she's a miracle, as she said. But just to see how she living life every day now, bro. Every day she on something. She going out to eat. She tripping. She going to church. Like we just had her birthday event. She flew all her friends out. Like, and I'm just letting her do it because I got to pay for all this crap. So I'm just letting her do whatever she wants. But for most of us, it takes something significantly bad to happen for you to start living your life to the fullest. Right. So people got to stop acting as my brother Inky Johnson says, you're naive to believe. I like Inky, man. Inky, that guy. Yeah, you're naive to believe that you're like, all right, babe, I'll see you later. How you know?
Nah, word up.
You leave out the crib, all right, babe, love you. See you soon. How you know? You don't have a clue. So we naive to believe that tomorrow's going to be here, next year I'm going to start the business next year. I'm going to start the podcast next year. How do you know? So every day we're now working on cherishing the day and just giving it everything you got, man. I don't go to bed and ever go to sleep. I fall asleep because I gave my day everything I had. Like, I'm exhausted. So I just try to really max out.
Say that again.
I don't go to sleep. Like, you know how people, you know how you got an alarm clock to set it when it's time to wake up. Like people, I go to bed every night at 10:30. No, I go to bed when I just fall out. I literally just fall asleep. Like I go in my room, go lay in my bed, and I'm out. But it's never like, tonight we gonna go to bed at 9:30. How my kids got a bedtime. So. It's like when you wake up, whenever my eyes open. You know what I'm saying? I haven't used the clock in a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, alarm clock.
So what's one of your biggest fears, like being an entrepreneur? What's one of your biggest fears?
Biggest fears, being used to. I don't want to talk about 2022, 2021, boy, we was them guys. Like, remember then I bought my wife the Lamborghini truck. My fleet was crazy. I had the Lamborghini truck. I got the Lamborghini car, the Huracan Evo. I got the Rolls Royce Wraith. I got the Escalade. I had a Sprinter. I don't have a Sprinter yet, but I'm just saying. Yeah. And then none of and not saying, because those things are relative. And I don't even care about my cars no more. That's why I didn't drive. Like, I got my driver drive me now. Like, I'm off of cars right now. Yeah. But what I don't want, I'm just using that for example. I don't want to go back and say how I was up and now how I'm not up right now. Right. That's like my biggest. I go look at like celebrities, rappers, just other people who was up, and I see how they living now. I'm like, dang, I do not want that to be me.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Fact.
You know, Lil Baby said that too. Shout out to Lil Baby. He said that, man.
Lil Baby, that guy.
Yeah. He said he don't want to be used to though. Like,
bro, I literally go home. I go back about once a week, maybe more like once a month now. I just go find people who were up that I know, that y'all know.
Yeah, like 30 for 30 broke or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, they was.
Can't go back to that.
They was up. Like, what was it, Antoine Walker? I think he lost like maybe 100.
Buying suits, man.
Yeah. No, that boy was paying.
Tailored suits.
He said he paying 100 phone bills at one point in time. That 30 for 30. I ain't gonna lie, that scarred me forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you laughing, bro. When I watched that when I was like, I'm like 30 yeah, that was crazy, man. But like you said, like, you don't want to be one of them.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a great
God,
feeling,
I ain't trying to do that. So that was probably be my biggest fear right now. And not just Max, not giving life everything I got, like dying before. And also passing away, I would say, in my family not in position. It will hurt me if my wife and mom got to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be a problem for me. So making sure everything is in position that everything will be good. So that's important for me.
Yeah.
So how y'all became the circle of CEOs? How y'all started that up?
Bro, how did we become the circle of CEOs?
That's dope, man. Like,
that's a good question.
Y'all need some flowers for that, man. I'm talking about, like, to see something like that, you know, it's always...
It's hard to get 5 people along.
Yeah,
no. 5 successful people
with no egos.
There's no egos.
It ain't no egos.
Yeah, because everybody uplift each other. Like, yo, that's why it's like, that's fire.
I think one of the first keys is it helps when you're on similar levels, right? Like the dopest thing about our partnerships and our relationships is no one need anybody for anything. It's never a thing like, yo, can I borrow some money? There's never a thing, can I borrow your car? Everybody got their own, and they all stand on their own, so this thing isn't held together by us making money. We even stopped making money. We ain't doing no conferences right now. It's not a money thing for us. This is a legit, we talk every day in a group chat, and I'm with Marcus once a week, J.O., like this is a real, I go to Jason Gym occasionally. But yeah, so that's when it helps when you are all on a similar level, because it becomes pressure when there's only one big dog in a crew. Now you gotta take care of everybody else. That thing get taxing on you. That's how you also go broke, when you're the only person up. I remember I heard Meek was like, bro, he got tired of loaning out cars and all of that stuff or something, like people breaking cars and so it's like it's like,
well, he the breadwinner, so
he the breadwinner. So like when you the breadwinner, you got, but when all your people breadwinning. Or doing their thing. It's different. But I want to say one day we had a meeting at Pasha. I don't know who called the meeting. It was me, Jason, Alex, and Marcus. I don't know how. I got to ask them this origin story. Jason or them probably know better than me. And at the time, Justin called Jason like, yo, what's good? He said, yo, we actually meeting or about to meet, pull up. So Justin wasn't even a part of the little crew. He just came through, met, we talked, and then we started doing that every week for every Friday. Then we said, yo, let's do something together. I think we did a conference or something, and we've been rocking ever since, man.
That's dope. How was your first conference?
It was amazing, bro. We went crazy, generated a lot of income, but more importantly than income, a lot of impact was made, and
information.
We helped birth a lot of groups. Like, we help people create their own circles, their own masterminds, their own tribe of people. So, which is powerful. I think you're better together than apart. Like I read something. It's like, I'm probably gonna say this wrong, so y'all can do the research. But one horse, I want to say, could pull about 10,000 pounds. 2 horses together, one can pull 10,000, another one can pull 10,000. But if you put them together, hook them to the same rig, it could pull 25 to 30,000 pounds. So you're always going to be stronger together. You could do more together than you can do by yourself. So imagine 5 people running together with one common goal. How
y'all meet? Like, yo, like y'all was all friends, or how?
Bro, we all met Jason and Alex been best friends forever. I don't know. I forgot how they met.
Went to school or something like that.
Yeah, or they worked at a job together or something. Yeah. But I met, and this is why I say get in the room and stay in the room. I met Jason at Grant Cardone's 10X conference. I met Marcus in Atlanta at, it's called Build Your Own Business Conference. I met Alex in Philadelphia at Eric Thomas Conference. I met Justin through Maddie J.
Shout out to Maddie J.
Maddie
so the boxing match.
Yo, Maddie crazy, dog.
Shout out Maddie too, Maddie.
Maddie had the whoop buddy at the gym, man. He deserved it, though, man.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all,
That was funny, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because how he broke it down was so funny. Because Maddie J don't mess with nobody, man. All he want to do, because I used to work out at LA Fitness. All he want to do is hoop. Get his little hoop on, man.
Bro, I was about to...
LA Fitness be crazy, bro.
Yo, I was about to FaceTime him just like, yo, you good? Because I ain't gonna lie. It's cool to fight, but you put it online, probably got my man feeling...
The dude, he posted the dude, then posted out the dude was in his DM like, yo, my bad about that. He like, nah, man. Don't. I said, yo.
Wait, what person said my bad? Maddie said
no,
or
the
he
dude,
said?
The dude he whooped was in his line like, my bad. We should like it ain't nothing. Like it is what it is.
All right, cool. I'm happy because I was so nervous that I'm from Philly. They run it down on you. I mean, they coming back in the gym after the fight. You treat me. They going out to the car, bring the joint back in the gym and treating you.
They did that before though.
They do it all the time.
At Atlanta Station, dude got the dude came through with a joint like the book bag. They be getting, that's why I said they be acting like they going to the NBA in that joint.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's where I injured myself in that darn gym, bro. Tore my ACL meniscus again.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So man, you got any new cheat codes, man, for business, man? Or?
You know the biggest cheat code? Somebody told me I gave her some games. She said, "Give me more." I'm like, I said, "Yo, just be consistent." Like a lot of times you and I were just talking about the podcast. I took a year or two off. I hurt myself. I'm not saying I would have been Earn Your Leisure. They my guys. They going crazy.
Shout out to Earn Your Leisure.
Right? They but I'd have been up in the ranks a lot higher than when me stopping for a year and a half, 2 years. So that consistent thing go in everything. Like when you start the business, stay consistent in it. When you start working on your mind, be consistent. When you start working on building relationships, be consistent. It's not a super hack. But if you do it and you double down on it,
do numbers.
Yeah, dude. So I would say that would be the cheat code. And right now, leverage AI. You're not leveraging artificial intelligence in your business, just tools and resources to help cut time down. Like every week, I'm talking to my team. How do we cut time down? We was talking about an edit. Like we've cut 2 to 3 hours off of producing a podcast. That's a lot of time. If one of my guys is doing, just say you do 4 podcast edits a week, and we're saving 2 to 3 hours each, 3, 6, 9, 12 hours for you to do whatever you else want to do, or not have to go so hard. So everything we do, I'm looking at automation, artificial intelligence. How do I reduce our team's workload? How do we become more efficient, more productive, become more better? So that's constantly the things I'm talking to myself about.
That's dope.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So what's some like marketing hacks you got? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So a couple marketing hacks, I would say, be consistent. Say no. No. But with marketing, bro, it's funny. Y'all got David Shands about to come on here. I was so pissed off at him. He came on my my class one day teaching people. It's about a long time ago. I don't know how many years ago. And he was like, he just kept talking about environment. You got to get in the environment. Yo, give them some real game. Got to get in the environment. But if you get in the right environment and you stay in it, it's like if you, like a lot of people are a rose, but they're in the Dubai desert. It don't matter what you do.
Right.
Now, if you are rose and you in Dubai in the Miracle Garden, in the Rose Garden, it's up.
Right.
So it goes back to being consistent, but right now some marketing hacks is leveraging other people's stages and other people's platforms, other people's audiences. Like how do you get in front of more people, right? Because one of the things that Grant said that I like that he says if they don't know you, they can't flow you. So the more people that don't know you exist, the more people that can't buy your product, that can't. Like you mentioned, like, yo, Mr. 2 Weeks Out helped turn this up.
Right.
I didn't know y'all existed till I saw that.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? I didn't know nothing about it.
Right.
Hit him up like, yo, Now I'm on here.
Right.
But it's because now I know y'all exist because he was on y'all platform and clips went crazy on that joint. You know what I mean?
Right. Shout
So
out.
so I would say get on as many platforms as you can, right? Start running advertising. So we run shout out pages. So we pay pages like Hollywood Unlocked, Recession Freedom, Black Wealth Movement, Shade Room. We'll go pay them for a post. I used to pay Shade Room like $2,000 for a post. One of the posts I paid them got me 70,000 followers, and I made $100,000 off of that post. So when you go find people, and you go find places that got distribution or access to people, how much it costs to get in front of your people. And when you find a distribution channel that works, you double down on it. You do that channel again and again and again and again. You know what I mean? So those are some high level stuff, but find people you could do collabs with as well and partnerships. I think one of the things that we do good is we find people and we partner with them. Like I help people bring their skill set out of them. So some people are extremely good at certain things, but you haven't figured out how to monetize it and take it to the masses. So also finding people that can do that helps as well.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's fire.
That's dope. So man, what's your motivation, man? What keep you motivated? What keep you going?
I would say my kids is motivation for me, and bro, not being a has-been. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and I got a team too, so if I don't work, people ain't eating. I gotta get up and go make it happen. I gotta go put some work in.
Everybody eats, B.
Everybody eats. Yeah.
Well, like I said, man, it was a blessing, man. To have
appreciate
you come on the
y'all,
show,
man.
man.
This is fire.
Word, man.
I had a good time with you, man.
Yeah,
Look,
same.
man, you got to come on the couch and open up and have a good time with us, man.
It was a good conversation, bro. I truly enjoyed that. Now I'm about to, cause remember I was like, I probably drop this sooner, cause it was. I'm doing a run now. I'm getting on a bunch of pods, cause I'm gonna be dropping new products. So it's like I be wanting like dozens of drops. But it's not on here. It's not like I'm trying to sell something. It was just straight, wholesome, good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I was kind of like telling when we talk. I'm just like, yo, it's gonna be kind of just different.
Yeah. I remember you said that to me, which is good. But now I'm more open to do these now. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, oh yeah, I need to
go back to like what you said from the gate. Just expand
people want to get to know you.
To see. Now your eyes open to like, okay, now let's do a little bit more.
Now people get to know you a little bit better too.
You know now I'm gonna go on my podcast and just start talking more about stuff.
Right.
Let me talk to y'all. I might go, I'm going to do this next week. I want to talk about y'all. This podcast, next week, struggle. I want to talk about the struggle. Because everybody think it's all good. Let me tell y'all the start. So I'm happy y'all helped me out today.
Like I said, like, man, we came, like you said, we always talk about our podcast. We came from doing it at an apartment. And like you said, we took the time off and then we came
y'all
back.
got a whole studio, man. Studio lit, too, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate
studio
you.
lit.
So, yeah, man, tell them your IG, man. Tell them your podcast where they can find you at.
So, you guys could check me out on Instagram at Neo Deviso Podcast, all things Circle of Greatness. And if anybody interested in working with us, it's mastermindwithneo.com, with neo.com. That's where we help you guys grow digital. And if you're interested in getting an event space, eventsspacemasterclass.com. Appreciate y'all, brothers.
I'm definitely. We need to tap in with you with that.
I'm definitely
I ain't
looking
gonna lie.
into
It's
that.
always birthdays, graduations, and all that. Man,
and all that, y'all go another step further with y'all. Y'all could create sets.
Yeah.
So this one set.
Yeah.
Then you might have 4 podcast sets in your joint. You know what I mean? And now podcasters come rent that from you now.
Looking for that all the time.
And that's one of the things that David Shan's got. He got sets at his spot. Like, he got 5 different rooms or something like that.
That's fine.
Dave go crazy, man. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
Well, you already know, man. This Fat Nasty Podcast.
That's
right.
right.
For the Belly Gang Boys.
Let me put my belly on your butt, you heard?
And we signing out, man. Yeah.